What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a beer day with TK. It's December 19th. It's a cold, chilly, it was raining yesterday. It's kind of damp and crappy out, but I'm hanging out in the beer shed. I made it out to the yard here. Had enough doing videos in the kitchen, so I figured I'd switch it up. Let's see what we have for day 19. Getting near the end of this box. Alright, so this one is not a repeat. I didn't see this one last year. This one is called Meine Grosse Liebe, which means my great love in German. See what else we have? Helles Beer aus Bayern. So this is from, this is an H. Egerer product again. So H. Egerer, Großköllnbach, Germany. Have anything else on here? Not a whole heck of a lot. The can's kind of interesting, I guess. Nice color to it. Looks pretty cool. I mean, I say the artwork on all these has been fairly classic. They're nice looking. Looks like we have two towers of some sort on here. I don't really know what they are. I assume something in Großköllnbach or in Bayern in this area. Not much else going on. Let's see. It said 4.9% on Untappd. And this says 5.1% on the can. So I'll go with the can. 5.1% ABV. Couldn't find any IBUs listed. As far as check-ins, there was not a whole heck of a lot. Untappd had gave it a 3.22, and Beer Advent a 4.02 with maybe, I think there was single-digit check-ins. Now, the one thing that is kind of weird, this is the beer, you may have heard me mention before, that we have this list on the side here of different beers. I've been kind of crossing them off as I go. And this one here, Meine Grosse Liebe, is a sticker that was placed over something else that was supposed to be in here. I'm not sure what it was, but it said smoked lager. Now, I did notice when I went to Beer Advocate, somebody had put a comment on there saying that on their box, this beer was in there, but I guess they didn't put the sticker over it and was inquiring about what happened. My guess is they ran out of something, pulled a last-minute switch, and pulled a Billy Ripken there, right, where we had the bat with a explicit phrase on it, and then they came through and put a box over it in a circle and whited it out with all these different kind of things. So I'm imagining this is something similar to the Billy Ripken card, right? We ran out of this, so we replaced it with something else, slapped that sticker on there. At least mine has it, so I know what it is. I can kind of look it up and try to get some info on it. So, Meine Grosse Liebe, it's enough yapping. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm going with my Herrenbrau glass again. I'm going to try to get some other videos in today too, as long as it's not too cold out here. Bought out a portable radiator, but I don't know. I think it might take too long to heat up before it actually does any good. I have to get one of those small hot air fan things. Heat up the shed, then turn it off when I record. That'll probably work quite nicely. Now, that is a pretty decent looking beer. Color, like most of these so far, very light yellow. If I go to my Brew HQ SRM chart, I'm probably going to go with maybe a 2 or a 3. It's like a light straw color. 3 is probably pushing it there. Carbonation, there's a bit, nothing too crazy. See some stray bubbles going up, but it's not over the top. Some of the others were almost like champagne bubbles with a lot of stuff floating around. It's not too bad. Head on this, at least 2 fingers. As I said in all these videos, they pour quite nice, especially into a glass of this size. Nice, white, frothy head. You can see it kind of breaking up into the bigger islands here, but looks quite nice. Let's give it a smell. This is an odd one. Most of the others kind of had like a bready malt type taste, or almost all of them. This doesn't. This is kind of just sweetness. It almost smells like, I mean, it's a German beer, so I doubt there's corn in it or anything like that, but it almost smells like that macro sweetness you get with corn or rice. I don't know. That smells somewhat off-putting for me because that's what I associate it with. That's about it. Not getting any kind of hops. No floral notes. Nothing real, nothing malty. Just kind of vague sweetness. Well, that's foreboding. Let's see what happens here. Cheers. That is interesting. Very light-bodied. A lot of these have been kind of a little bit lighter than I probably would have liked them. Maybe it's just because it's the winter, and in this season I'm hoping for something more full-bodied and darker, and obviously this is a light Helles lager. It's not going to fall into that category. But even by Helles standards, I think this is a wee bit light. So the body is a bit light. The taste is weird. You definitely get some maltiness. Again, this is going to sound weird. Usually it's kind of like bready or crackery. It's kind of like a nondescript, lightly sweet malt. I don't think it tastes as sweet as the smell would let on. You know, you'd think it's very sweet from the smell. But when you taste it, it's not quite as sweet as you'd think. It also has some odd taste. I can't tell. It's almost like green apple or something, which is weird. None of the other ones have really had that taste. Hops, maybe they're there. Can't really pick them up. Nothing real bold or noticeable. The one thing that I can't get over is whatever this kind of fruity taste is. I know one I had yesterday had like a citrusy taste, and once I kind of thought about it a bit more, it was probably like orange peel. So kind of the oil from an orange peel or the rind. This, it tastes like almost like a green apple a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, this is a weird one. Now, I will say this. I guess it is somewhat different than some of the other Helles lagers because of that slight fruity taste. It's not bad. Again, this is probably a beer that's better suited for a 90-degree day in the summer. When you're sitting in the yard, you want something light and refreshing, kind of crisp. For the winter, it's all right. Now, one thing I might say about this, is it drinkable? Yeah, I could probably put a few of these away, especially if it's only about 5% or so. But would I go back for this? Probably not. Even amongst the case where a lot of them are kind of very similar in style, I can't say that this is one of my favorites or one that I'd probably go back to. That being said, it's not bad. So it's not going to get a thumbs down. It's not going to get a thumbs up. This is probably more of an it's in between. If somebody gave me one of these, I would certainly drink it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not a beer that you dump, but I don't think it's something that you go out of your way to get. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. And again, this is just my opinion. I was discussing this with some other reviewers the other day. This is all completely subjective, right? What you like and what I like might be completely different. There's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody has to think the same things. Not everybody has to pick up the same flavors or appreciate the same styles of beer. So it is what it is. So for me, this gets an I think that's the second one in the box. None of them have been thumbs down. Some of them have been bad. But this is middle of the road. You could take it or leave it. Hopefully you like the video. It's not a take it or leave it or situation there, and you give me a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. As always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Did this one pop up in your box, or did you have something different? I really want to know if anybody got that smoked beer. I would absolutely love to have got a smoked beer in here, because that really would have broke this up. Like I said, 24 beers in here, 8 of them are Helles lagers. So that's a solid third of the case is Helles lagers, and a lot of the others are styles that are kind of similar. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that smoked beer would have really switched this up, broke it up a little bit, broke the monotony of the Helleses, and made this, I don't know, maybe a little more exciting for me. So if you happen to get that one, let me know what you think about it down below. Hey, till next time, cheers.